The video for February the 14th, 2017 is called Valentine's Birthday, or Valentine Birthday. February 14th is Valentine's Day. It is also my son's birthday. Happy birthday, Tommy. My mom was due to give birth around mid-February twice. Though she had hoped for a Valentine birthday, she just missed the date. My sisters, Mary and Nancy, were born on the 15th and 16th. Of course, Valentine's Day is traditionally a day for lovers. I have not had any romance in my life for a good while, over a decade at least. Will that ever happen again for me? Who knows? The greatest love story for me would be for God to fulfill the long-promised kingdom of heaven on earth. That would prove that John 3:16 had real validity. Of course, it would have to have more to do with peace on earth than simply a baby born in a manger. I must admit that I am extremely exhausted, and I had to take a sleeping pill last night, which I haven't done in well over a year, because my body ached and I just could not get comfortable. So I had to, not a sleeping pill, I had to take something that actually for pain, for discomfort in my body, which also is like it has sleeping remedies too. And I was able to fall asleep after I took the pill not very long. Anyway, today is the video for today. Today is actually the 13th that I'm recording this, but it will be the video for the 14th. Today is, as I said, my son's birthday, and he is helping me. Helped me yesterday, and he got two of his friends to help load the truck. The U-Haul is loaded from top to bottom, front to back, pretty much. So there's, of course, space in there. You never get it completely filled up, but it's pretty much filled. You can't get much else in. There's some items that I would have liked to have been able to take that we just didn't have room for. And once we get it moved, which will happen after I record this video and take my granddaughter to school, we will go and unload the truck, and I will probably be exhausted again, but I have to pick two grandkids up after that and then go rush back to the place to get cable installed so that my internet service can work there. It doesn't work in the existing setup. So there's a lot to accomplish yet today, and I will probably be exhausted by the end of the day again. But I'm getting this video recorded, and as I said in the blurb, my mom just missed twice, and my sisters, even though neither one of them desire to talk to me, and that's been a situation for some time, with Nancy longer than with Mary, but there's just been a hold off because they don't consider me to be a Christian as they consider Christians, because I, of course, think that all religion is nothing but a method to separate us and get us to fight one another instead of love one another, which is the core of Valentine's Day, and it's the core of, to me, of all true religion. Any religion that allows and promotes violence or promotes separation is a false religion. I mean, they're all false religions. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not nuggets of truth in them all. It simply means that they miss the main point. And if you miss the main point, all the other points become irrelevant. So you're chasing your tail to get nowhere, and that's what reincarnation is. You keep coming back, and you never learn the lesson. But we're programmed not to learn the lesson. I truly believe that, which makes the whole setup really a difficult situation. Did God so love the world? I'd like to believe that there is a loving God, that there is a God who cares so much for us that he not only would give his son, he would actually send his son with a host of heavenly angels or extraterrestrials or whatever you want to call them, to right the wrongs that have been done on planet Earth. That would be the greatest birthday present, Valentine's present, Christmas present, Easter present. Name the holiday. It doesn't really matter. That would be the greatest gift that we could experience as human beings on earth, to have the kingdom of heaven restored and stop allowing criminals and demons to run amok on a planet where we get to experience, I guess, a little bit of love. Yet overall, when you look at the big picture, most people on the planet don't experience love. I mean, it is no wonder that they're able to create terrorists, because people have been so abused and had our natural gifts, talents, and abilities subverted and twisted out of control, so that we don't know who we are. We forget who we are, that we are made to be lovers. And I don't mean that in a sexual sense only, although it includes that. I mean that in the sense of actually respecting one another, actually listening to one another, actually building bridges instead of building walls, of unifying rather than separating. That's the kind of vision that I have had all my life since I was a boy. It's why when I was a teenager, I didn't become a member of the Assemblies of God. It's why I continued to reach out and to explore and to study other Christian denominations and viewpoints, and to study other religions and their viewpoints, and to invite imams to my home when I was having meetings in my own home. And I've done so many things over the course of my life to try to build bridges, to get people to see that the whole essence of what it means to be alive is to love. And if you don't have that, you don't have anything at all. You are deceived, you are out of touch, and you are misguided and misled. And folks, there's nothing I would like greater for all of the holidays, for there to become no holidays, where every day is a day of love, where every day is a day where we share our lives with each other, and we do our best to help those that are our neighbors. And who is our neighbor? Who's ever there to help us. Now, I'm going to be living with people that many of whom have needs, and I hope to be able to do my best to help when I can. And I'd like to be able to bless the world, but it's hard to bless the world when you're living in the United States on less than $1,000 a month income. That's not an easy task to do, but it's something that I want to do. And if this currency revaluation ever happens, maybe I will have a little bit more resources to do good things for a lot of people. I don't know if that'll ever happen. Promises come, and all they are is promises, empty promises that don't get fulfilled. We need fulfillment of that which has been promised, such as we've not had in a long, long time, if we ever had it at all, in any culture, at any time. I'd like there to be peace on earth. What a concept. But that's something that only God can bring about, and only we can open ourselves to allow the Spirit of God to transform our own lives and our own hearts and minds, so that we stop building boxes and cages for one another. We get out of the boxes and cages that others have built for us, and we actually begin to implement the divine nature that's within us, so that we become more than simply human. We become redeemed human beings who are transformed and demonstrate the love of our Creator with one another and in our lives as often as we can, every day, not just Valentine's Day. Thank you for listening, and namaste.